Hi folks. So today I just wanted to do a quick demo on the mobile security framework, or rather the MobSF, as it's commonly known. It's on GitHub, fairly easy to download. It comes as a Docker container or rather Docker image that you can download and then run as a container. So that's what we'll do. So the first thing first, once you get to the GitHub page, here's the link, github.com mobsf slash mobile dash security dash framework dash mobsf. I'll also post it in the link below or in the description below so you can quickly access it. Secondly, we'll be using the Insecure Bank application just to do a quick test on the MobSF. So let's get started with it. The first thing to do here is we will get the Docker image, right? In order to do that, all you have to do is Docker. Well, actually, I could just paste it. So Docker pull open security mobile security framework, and that's your image. Once the image downloads, then we'll start running the container, and we'll see how we can upload the APK, which is your Android package file. Now APKs are generally the files that are installed onto the Android phone, which then end up being, whatever have you, whether it's Instagram, whether it's your Pokemon Go. Essentially, it's the app that gets installed. The package file for that is the APK file. So that's done. Let me run this again. They've given me the command right there, so I'm not going to spend too much time. Just one thing to note here is that the --rm stands for remove on stop. So if you don't want the container removed for any reasons, you can leave out the rm command here, right? The IT makes it interactive, which means you'll actually see the commands on the shell, or rather you'll see the log. I leave that in. It's nice to have that just in case you run into any unexpected errors. It's always good to keep that there. So once that's set, just copy that back, paste, and that's it. That's all you need for this to run, right? So I'll give it a few seconds. While this is running and starting up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch back to GitHub, but in this case I'm going to go to our the app, the Insecure app. So this Insecure app is available at Dinesh Shetty's account. The link is Dinesh Shetty Android-Insecure Bank V2. Again, I will post a link for this in the description. Now this is supposed to be a super quick way for you to get set up in case you want to play around with mobile and mobile security. Maybe you're developing an app, maybe you have an app that you're testing for someone. Either way, this is going to be a quick demo. I know there's a lot of really nice demos out there, and maybe I'll put a link to them in the description as well, so that if you want to study this in more detail, you have more resources. So let's do that now. I've created a clone for this. But if you wanted to do that, the command for that would be git clone, and you can find the link here. So your full command would be git clone and this link. So let me actually run that right while I'm at it. So the full command would be git clone with an E and our link right there. So you git clone it. At this point, you will have that entire repository. Now the repository contains all the code for this banking application. The only thing I'm interested in this case is the Insecure Bank V2 APK. So I'll just I'll gain access to that. I'm not very interested in looking at the code just yet. Maybe I'll do a follow-up video on that, on how you can do some reverse engineering using the various tools available. Android Studio is one of them, and that's what I use. So maybe I'll go over that in another video. But for now, I'm only interested in the Insecure Bank v2.apk. So let's open up a new tab, and now I'm going to log into the the MobSF server that's started up via the Docker container. So let's see that in action. So 127.0.0.8000, and at this point we have our we can upload our application right here. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've got this application open, or rather the directory open, and it's a simple drag and drop in this case. So just drag and drop that there. Now just wait, right? So this does take some time to get analyzed. what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to pause the video and then I will restart once I have the analysis results. Okay, so here's the analysis results, and it didn't actually take as long as I had anticipated. And that's it, right? So this is how you can get a very quick static analysis done on your application. It gives you a score. This is a really bad score. I mean, I don't need to tell you that, 16 out of 100. Of course, there's going to be other apps which have 55, which have, so on and so forth. But essentially, this is a guide in how you can, check your mobile applications for any security issues. If I scroll down here, there's something interesting that I found, which is basically, potential keys that may have been exposed in code. So these are interesting. Again, I actually looked at a real scenario, and these ended up to be, just hashes or base64 in decoded strings, and there was nothing too sensitive in the app that I was actually testing. That's another example. But essentially, this is what you have. It's also going to give you, any issues that you may have on the app, and it's going to rank them by severity. Again, like I said, this was supposed to be a very quick demo of getting started with the mobile security framework. And for today, I'll leave it at that. And perhaps in another video, I might do, a segment on reverse engineering for your mobile application using Android Studio and other such tools. Thank you so much, and hopefully you found this useful.